Some of the more common technologies that I use are iPads. iPads that you can load certain apps on. Everybody has iPads and iPhones and loves their apps, but there are some communication applications that are very, very important to students that I serve to help them communicate better. And it's usually on an iPad. It can be also switches hooked up to an iPad where they may be able to, if they have enough motor skills, they can touch. I had a student that was an auditory scanner, so he used like an iPad with a program on it, but because he had a visual impairment, he was not able to see the icons on the screen. So he used scanning. He had a button, a switch up near his head and a switch near his hand, and he would use his head and his hand to find his way through the words on his system so that he could find the one that he wanted to say. And so it takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy. But he was so great at his system because he'd been using some kind of system like that since he was like 3 or 4. So by the time I saw him in high school, he was, like selecting away and he could make full sentences if he wanted to. But I just thought, oh, well, this is another notch in my belt. Like, I need to understand how the technology works. I need to understand how he scans, because there's many different ways you can scan through a device, through the words. And just how was I going to teach him more communication and how to expand his language if I didn't know his language? And because he couldn't speak, spoken language was not his language. It was the AAC device. You weren't able to talk. That would mean that you may not be able to communicate your thoughts, your ideas, what you needed. Something so simple as, I'm thirsty and I need a drink of water. If you're dependent upon somebody else to get it and you're not able to communicate that to them, then you may be thirsty for a very long time. Those children needed me to have the knowledge in order to help them improve their language skills.